Hi class, this is Mr. Ramsey, and we are going to jump into slope as defined on a graph, and we're going to identify slope and y-intercept today. We're also going to identify slope as a line, as positive, negative, no slope, or undefined. Okay, let's get started. So, we read a slope on a graph from left to right. That is very important, from left to right. Anytime that you see a graph, for example, we have four types here. We have a positive, it's going up the hill from left to right, okay? From left to right here, it's going down. Okay, so that would be negative. It's a negative slope, positive slope. Now the two that everybody kind of gets mixed up is no slope, which this is just staying constant. It's being flat from left to right. If it's flat, it's going to be 0. Okay, there still is a slope there. It's a 0 slope. Okay, it's just the degrees is very, very, very flat. Okay, so undefined, that's kind of like a cliff. If we were to put something right here, it could not roll up or down or across. It would just fall off. Okay, so any type of slope that you see that is vertical, which means straight up and down, that's going to be undefined. Okay? Some of you remember our slope dude, where he's going up the hill and he's going puff, puff, positive. Right? If we were skiing up the hill, it'd be puff, puff, positive. Nice negative. It's a nice negative slope so he can ski down the hill. Again, it always goes from left to right. Okay? We can slide down that hill. Here, this is 0 fun, 0 fun. My little slope dude is not going to have very much fun going from left to right. Here, if he goes off the cliff, he says that curse word in math, undefined. Okay? So that's kind of important. Okay. Now, I want you to go ahead and pause it right here and try to identify in each one of these real world examples the different types of slopes: positive, negative, undefined, and 0. Okay, so let's check what we've got so far. On this side of the roof of the house, it looks from left to right, it looks like it's going positive. From left to right, this side of the roof, it's going negative. Alright, now if we were to highlight the sides of the house, which are vertical, it would be undefined. Okay? Undefined. That's on both sides of the house here. And then the flat part where the ground is, that would be a 0 slope. So hopefully you got that right. Okay, now let's look at the plane here. The plane from left to right, this little line on the plane, it looks from left to right, it has a negative slope. On this side of the plane, it's got a positive slope. Okay? And this little wing right here is horizontal, which that one is going to be a 0 slope. Okay, it looks like there's not any vertical. Maybe the landing gear here is a vertical line, so that would be undefined. Okay, now we've got a little sign here, and a little sign, it's got straight up and down. Straight up and down is always undefined. Vertical, undefined. If it's going from left to right and it's going down, okay, that is a negative slope. Then if it goes straight across, it is a 0 slope. It's flat. It means that there is no slope going on there. Okay. So there are different ways to find slope. There is constant rate of change. There is change in y over change in x. The rise over the run. And from 2 points, we're going to use a formula that's m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Today, we are going to use this formula right here. And some of you may remember that from whenever we're trying to find slope. On a graph. So anytime that you see slope and you see graph, you're going to think rise over run. Okay? Alright. Again, the definition of rise over run is the rise is how much you go up. Okay? Again, we always start from left to right. So we're going to go up on our graph, and then we're going to run, which is how much you go across. Okay? So that should be our process. From left to right, always on the graph. Alright, here I want to ask, what do you think y-intercept means? So what y-intercept means is simply the y value when the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, so we have the y-axis, and it crosses the y-axis here. This line crosses the y-axis at 4. Okay, so the y value is 4. In this case, our line crosses the y-axis. What I like to do is start at the top of my y-axis and then go down, 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 down until I see where the line crosses, which is right here at -4. Okay. So let's practice.